What's going on, guys? My name is Dave Higgins. Welcome to Sandbox Explorer.
What exactly is going on down here? But still I wandered strong through this weird and wonderful landscape. I waited patiently with simple happy songs.
Okay, so I have been debating for like months since the new model better battery life Switch has come out. I've been debating getting it because it's better. It's the same pretty much, except for the battery's a little bit better. I've heard that the Joy-Cons are a little bit better quality and there's a few other possible improvements to it. The main reason I finally have made the decision to do this is because my Joy-Con drift is absolutely terrible and Nintendo has said that they'll fix the Joy-Cons for free if they're affected by it finally. I'm assuming that's still a thing. I hope that's still a thing, because now that I'm going to have a new Switch, I'll have new Joy-Cons, and I pretty much only play in handheld, as you guys know. The only time I play docked is really when I'm making gameplay videos for you guys, so I'm going to get that, and then I'm going to hopefully send other Joy-Cons in, get those fixed up, so I can have an extra pair, even though I'll probably only use them if, I don't know. But still, it's the principle of the matter. So, I'm on my way to get that right now. I'm really excited, and, yeah. We'll check back in when I get it. All right, there's no turning back now. Well, I guess I could turn back if I really wanted to, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna go in right now and I'm gonna get a new Switch with a better battery life. I'm really excited. So I said I'd check back in after I got it, but I'm just checking in again before I go in, just because. But next time you see me, I will have the Switch. Yeah. All right, guys. I got it. Here it is. Yeah. I'm so excited. It's gonna be awesome. Gonna have longer battery life now. Gonna have hopefully no issues with the Joy-Con drift. Gonna send in my other Joy-Cons to Nintendo to get my Joy-Con drift on those fixed, hopefully. And yeah. Maybe there's other minor things too. I remember watching a video of some other YouTuber who knows more about technical specifications and things like that, has a better vocabulary as well as knowledge on, you know, the technical side of things. I know a little bit, enough to, right now, everything is escaping me because I'm trying to think of things. However, supposedly the screen's a little bit better as far as like kelvins go or something. There's like a warmer screen, so it looks better in like outdoor light and stuff like that. I forget who the video was from, so I can't credit him with the information, but I'm not providing that much information. I just remember there was some technical specifications to it that made it a little bit better overall as a system, just minorly, but enough that like it's better. So obviously the battery life is the best thing on this glorious system. So the next time you see me, I will be in the studio, which will happen in like 2 seconds for you, but I have to drive home and all that. So yeah, next up is getting the old data transferred from the old OG Switch. It's been there since day one of me owning it to this new model, which all right, see you in like 1.5 seconds. Wow, that was fast. We're already in my studio. All right, so like I said, here it is. You already saw it, but now it's inside the house. So let's open it up. I'm also gonna throw OG Boy over here on the table too, just to be a part of this. I'm not 100% how much you can see it there, but it doesn't matter. He's right there. All right, so let's open this up. I'm excited. All right, so first off, we got the Switch itself. I can't tell if it's lighter. I mean, the Joy-Cons aren't on it, but it feels a little lighter. It's probably the same and I'm just being crazy. Then we got the brand new Joy-Cons. So let's open up the bottom here. Throw that over there on the ground. Oh yeah, I have another dock now, don't I? Oh, that makes life easier because I don't have to transfer it if I wanted. Cool. I didn't even think of that. I just was like, I wanted the new Switch with the better battery life, really. But now I get like some bonus stuff, so that's cool. We got an extra one of these. Got an extra HDMI cable, charger for it, you know, power, whatever. You got these things, the little handlebar rails, whatever you want to call them, and then the dock. So cool. All right, so I packed pretty much everything back up into this box because like I don't need it right now. I'm gonna just put it over here somewhere and I'll display it or something like that. So anyways, all right, so I wanna actually check out these Joy-Cons and see like how much different they might feel. Oh, they actually do seem to be a little more, what's the word I want to use to describe it? It feels like there's more friction or grip to them when you touch it. It's not as smooth. It's smooth, but it's not as like slippery, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it definitely feels like as I slide my finger across the back of this, like it just kind of glides across, where this one feels like I have a little bit more of a grip. So there's more resistance to it in a good way. Like that's pretty cool. Other than that, they look like the same and everything like they're supposed to. I'm going to keep these on this switch so I don't mix them up by accident, because that would be bad. Although because of the way they feel, I would know, but yeah. All right, so let's slide the switch right out. I also made sure to get a screen protector because it's very important. I'll throw that on like while it's transferring or something. So let's slide the Joy-Cons onto here and then put the other one on there. Ah, it definitely feels different, but like the same, but it kind of does feel a little bit lighter, honestly, like it, which is pretty interesting. I don't know why. I mean, I could just be being crazy, but I'm pretty sure this does feel minorly lighter. All right, so we're gonna turn this on. I guess we're gonna open up the kickstand. All right, English, the Americas, accept. We are connected to the internet. Time zone is set. All right, so now we're at the point that we're gonna be importing data from another console. So I'm gonna click on that. Do you still have the console with the user you want to import? Yes. You keep using the previous console in addition to this one? Sure. That way it keeps the data on there, so like why not? Like a Nintendo account. System update is required, so let's do that. All right, so since it's been some time since this released, I guess, I couldn't transfer the data like on the initial setup. I had to create a user and then I had to do a system update, but now I'm back at the point where I'm going to receive save data. So it's actually the user, not the save data. I don't know if I have to do that. We'll get to it. I had to connect the AC adapter. It wants me to do that so it doesn't power off because it's very important. So here's the original switch that I have, and I'm going to set it up to transfer the data from it to the new one. So it'll ask me to connect the AC adapter to this one too. How's this gonna work? Good thing I have that other new one. All right, so although I had this whole table set up to use, I have to keep everything on this side because that's as far as this will reach from over here. So this is the source console, this is the target console. User information and save data will be transferred, so it tells me that right on here. It wants me to sign into my Nintendo account on this one, so I need to do that. All right, so I'm signed on to this one, so I have my account ready to be transferred, so I'm gonna hit next on that. Continue on here. Target console is preparing. Source console has been found. It just came up with the ability to transfer, so I'm gonna just click on transfer on here, and now it's transferring data. So I don't know how long this is supposed to take. I'm just gonna set this down and let it do its thing for however long that may be. So we'll check back in a little bit and see where it's at. Actually, it said like 28 minutes to complete it on the new console, the Target console, but it actually went down to like 20%, or 20 minutes rather, in like a few moments, and it's at like 3% right now, so it skipped like 8 minutes of what it said, and it's currently at 19, so it's transferring relatively fast, it seems like. I was expecting it to honestly take like an hour or so. One thing I noticed as well is that I have noticed my original model console has been like running loud, like you can hear the fan and it just gets really hot. Not really hot, but it gets hot, and I feel like that's not good. Well, I know that that's not good. So the new one is doing the same exact thing that the other one's doing, except for it's receiving the data instead of transferring it, and it's not making a sound. So I'm really hoping that the issue with that fan noise and all that is alleviated with the new model. It might run like not as hot, it might run a little more efficient because of like the technical components inside of it. There's like a little bit of a difference between the old one and the new one. So we're gonna see how this runs. I'm really optimistic about this. I'm really excited. So yeah, in about 18 minutes, we'll check back in, but for you, it'll be like, again, like 1.5 seconds. All right, and we're back. Well, I mean, it was like 1 second for you, but like I've been downstairs for like 20 minutes, so let's see what's going on. I pressed the home button for both of them. Let's check this out. Now the screens look a little bit different side by side. I can just see like the black of the background looks a little bit more like true as opposed to the other one, which looks sort of backlit, I guess is a way to describe it. I don't know if you can, actually I can take the power cables out now. I don't know if you can tell at all, you probably can't, but this one seems like it's a little more true to like the color than this one. It seems a little more like there's a backlight for some reason. That's the only way I can describe it. Like there isn't a backlight, it's just like an actual, well I guess there technically is, but it's like a projection screen. You know how screens work, but it just looks a little bit different, which is interesting. And actually, this one still is running like loud, and this one's making no noise, so that's very nice. So we'll hit end. A placeholder user has been created because no users were left on the console. Okay. Any screenshots and videos you have taken will remain on this console and have not been transferred. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to take out the SD card now, which is not big enough, even though it is 512 gigabytes. I really need a 1 terabyte one, but they're so expensive. I could have spent pretty much what I just spent on this, on a new SD card, but I want this more. So this just did the thing that it does when you shut it off, and when you take this out and it just shuts it off, so I probably should have turned it off first, but whatever. So we're going to take the SD card, and we're going to put it into the new one, click, and now it's going to say, hey, I gotta do a system update, apparently. So we'll update the system also. The Joy-Cons are very sturdy in the system, whereas on my other one, the right one was kind of flimsy, so that's nice to see, feel, whatever. And we're in. Well, what is a little bit disappointing is that I forgot that this is a thing. You can't transfer micro SD cards between Switches because that way you're not sharing games and whatnot, so unfortunately, I forgot that you can't swap micro SD cards between systems unless I'm missing something, but I've done a little bit of research on it as well, and it seems like you can't transfer save data from one to the other. Not save data, but like actual game file data from one Switch to the other one. So I have to re-download every single game. As you guys know, I have a lot of games on my Switch, more than will fit on a 512 gigabyte memory card, so I have to, re-download everything. Also, one thing I noticed with the new one for some reason is that it doesn't seem to click as like sturdy as the other one. It does. I don't use the kickstand, so it's not that big of a deal. But like the old one, for me, at least for this one, it's very like rigid. But the new one appears to be kind of kind of barely clicks in, and it's a little bit flimsier. I don't know if that's across the board, if I just happen to get one that is like that, but like I said, it's not that big of a deal because I never ever used a kickstand, so like whatever. I wanted to just boot up Assassin's Creed and just play it, but I can't, so I'm going to have to re-download everything. So as you can see, possibly as long as it's showing up on the screen, and probably here, I have a lot of games to re-download. I have to pick and choose which ones I want. But I'm definitely going to do a select few to begin with. So I'll begin that process. I'm a little bit disappointed that I can't just transfer the SD card over, but it's not that big of a deal because now I'm gonna have a way longer battery life and some other minor features as well that seem to be a little bit better and nicer. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to put this somewhere on display because it's a real one and it's gonna be recognized. So it'll be somewhere over there, and yeah. So that is the new Switch. Also, like I've said before, I don't think I said it in the beginning of this video, but I was saying it like yesterday, that if I go out and get a new battery, like better battery model Switch, within 24 hours, I'm sure Nintendo's going to like officially announce that there's gonna be like a Switch Pro. And there was no official announcement, but literally after I left to go get this, two of my friends who know how much I'm into Switch tagged me on Facebook about the fact that there's been rumors, like more rumors about the fact that there could be like a 4K Switch, which would be really awesome. I really hope that happens because that's the only way, in my opinion, for the Switch to really compete with the next generation of consoles, is if they can at least take advantage of like similar to what the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X or whatever can do currently, because they're gonna miss out on like third-party opportunities in the future going forward. straightforward, or they're just not gonna look that good. Or honestly, I'm not upset, even if it's like a $400 model or something like that, and it comes out in a few months. I'd rather that happen than not happen at all, and I'll still spend the money on it and get it, but I'll have this model even though it won't last me as long if it comes out, whatever. If it doesn't come out at all, then I guess I have this now. But yeah, I figured that I might as well bite the bullet, because as soon as I do that, it'll get announced, and it hasn't been officially announced, but like I said, it's looking more realistic now. So yeah, brand new Switch, longer battery life, really excited. Yeah. I also gotta throw my Skull & Co grip case on, but I'll do that afterwards because I gotta throw that screen protector on, and that takes me a lot of time because I have to like put the shower on, let it steam up, make sure there's no dust, because if there's one speck of dust under this thing, I'll be a stressed out person. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna get to downloading these games, and I'm gonna play some Switch. I got some more videos in the works, so some gameplay videos being uploaded now, or they're being rendered in Adobe Premiere. So they'll be up later, and I'll always have more in the works because that's the way it is. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more Nintendo Switch related stuff, and sometimes not, but mostly Nintendo Switch related stuff, and share if anybody might want to know about the deal with this. I know that I would have been happier to know about the micro SD card beforehand, because I wouldn't have been as disappointed, which you kind of saw on camera in real time. So it's not that big of a deal, but it's a little bit of a pain. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.